Good evening, everybody, and welcome to teamfortress.tv. We'll be bringing you a pretty cool match tonight, Ascent versus Velocity. I'll run you down the rosters really quick here because we're getting players in the server. And on Velocity, your 4th seed currently, and likely to be 4th seed come the end of this, barring some sort of disaster in their season as of yet unforeseen. Bear is on Medic, Jarrett is on Demo, Kryptonite and Marmaloo are your soldiers. Marmaloo is the roamer. Knuckles and Shamu will be your scouts. They've had a pretty good showing this season. The competition for them was pretty stiff to get that 4th place spot. So, in my opinion, they've earned it. And then over on the other side on Ascent, we have your usual crew, despite the forum drama that occurred earlier in the week. Nursey is on Medic, Badonsky is on Demo, Showstopper and Mela, aka Mabla, are your soldiers. Patty and Yomps are the scouts. Now, if you're a regular visitor to teamfortress.tv's forums, you probably saw the thread saying that Mela had quit. Well, that was not the case. So we will see what's going on here. Ascent is currently sitting at 2nd place. I believe they might actually be... No, they are currently not tied for 2nd with 5th. But they are 1 loss ahead of them, essentially, having played a different number of games so far in the season. So it still remains to be seen whether they are... And there's Sandblast, my co-caster for tonight, will be here now. But so far, they haven't done anything to show us what way they'll go, either 2nd or 3rd. And, well, I will give Sandblast our IP here. And hopefully the match will start about the time that you get in.
Sorry about that.
It's no problem. I fantasize often about solo casting, but they won't let me do it, Sandblast. They're like, no, Marxist, you might throw your voice out.
I actually did a solo cast one time. It's pretty nice. Constant speaking. But yeah, obviously, if Marx hasn't told you, Velocity versus Ascent 2 are the top 4 teams right now in ESEA. Hopefully, obviously, last time these two met in bracket, Velocity actually ended up winning, I believe, 5-1 or 5-2 on Metalworks, which was an impressive feat for them. So congratulations to Velocity on that. So hopefully, this is Badlands. I saw in scrims, Mela has been playing some scout, and Patty was back on pocket soldier. So maybe we'll see a little bit of a Mela scout this match. I don't know yet. It was being used in scrims. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up to date with the logs or the rumors. But I assumed Patty's back on pocket just because Mela is, like he said, he's quitting the scene. Not quitting the scene, but quitting to have the roster become better and also work on Ascent.
Yeah, because so Ascent is a sponsorship essentially derived from Mela's personal interest. So if he wants to quit to focus on that, that's pretty cool overall. Especially if he can find a player that's a worthy replacement. And we'll see what goes down there with that, especially this late in the season. That's a pretty big shakeup, but we'll see. Yeah. They're pretty much guaranteed 2nd or 3rd place unless they really blow it in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
And that, if you get put in 4th, that makes your road to anywhere but loser bracket finals very difficult.
Yeah, but like I said before, Velocity and Ascent, Ascent did fall to them. So hopefully, Badlands is a map. It's pretty chaotic, pretty hectic. You can do a lot of cheesy, scrappy DM fights under mid and in certain corners and get away with it, backcapping and stuff like that. This is a decent map for upsets. It's not a real consistent map in my opinion, especially with Velocity. They're pretty good at Badlands. They have really good positioning after playing with them, with and against them. They have extremely coordinated pushes. So as long as Ascent has the knowledge, which I assume they do, and the DM to stop them from coming forward and really stop Velocity in the tracks, hopefully Ascent will be able to put a stop to him. But obviously, I want the underdogs to come through for us here.
Yeah, we don't know. They're close enough together that there are scenarios where Velocity ends up in second place in Invite. Don't know, that road is a very difficult one. I don't think they'll be able to get down. But you never know. A defeat tonight for Ascent would be a good start.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the third place team is fifth right now, and they have a pretty significant lead. I don't know if it's massive. I think, let me actually just open up ESEA real quick just to make sure. I think Swift is up 2 or 3 wins compared to Velocity. So if Swift is able to keep their steady lead depending on the teams that they're facing, they're pretty much guaranteed third seed. Yeah, they're up 10. Yeah, they're 10-4 while Velocity's 8-5. So if Velocity wins this match, this will be huge for them. And also Woodpin Quantum, they are not out of playoffs technically yet. They did just take a pretty devastating 5-0 loss from Froyo, but they do verse I believe my anime list coming up next week, or coming up next week. So that would be a good match, and that could pretty much decide who gets 4th seed. But as long as if Velocity can pull through and win this match against Ascent, they're pretty much guaranteed playoffs because they verse Cat Noises, which is a dead team, so they get a 4th win already. And it wouldn't even matter if they lost to my anime list; it would pretty much instantly be given playoffs. So as long as Velocity can pull through, this is an extremely big, probably the biggest match of the season for them. Because obviously my anime list is playing Sunshine. They had a pretty strong Sunshine showing at the beginning of the season. So if they are able to, if somehow Velocity doesn't beat Ascent tonight, you can't really sleep on my anime list. That they did play extremely well on Sunshine. So I wouldn't count Quantum Woodpig Quantum out just yet.
Yeah, Woodpig's still theoretically in it. I liked watching, as a cheap shout out, Mason's streams for Badlands Week. For them were pretty cool. They were doing some interesting stuff that I hadn't seen in a long time. And Mason's been playing forever, so that was probably, he was going down into the bag of tricks. But I saw mids that were being run by Pinball Wizards in season 10, and that was some good stuff. But here we are going live. And we'll see what all's going to go down. So we've got Ascent in the blue and Velocity in the red. And here we go.
All right, so taking off. Yeah, this is going to be a good match. Really looking forward to the demos on this map. I love watching demos and how they develop mids for the team. I got my eyes on Badonsky this mid. Probably one of the strongest demos in North America now. The only other person who probably contest him is Habib. But here we go. Badonsky's opting to roll out house here. Looks like Velocity is also going to opt to roll out house. Jared gets a little bit faster. Jared providing some pressure onto the train for Velocity here, but a lot of pressure coming out from Ascent right now. Showstopper instantly goes in behind, drawing some attention. Mela is going to find a kill onto Marmalu, but Badonsky does fall. That's not a pretty favorable trade, but Yams and Mela getting onto Shamu, doing a lot of damage. Patty going to try and follow the damage, but instantly going to fall and get shredded by Kryptonite. And I think that's going to be it because Showstopper is caught behind. Ascent is going to fall. And yes, Mela is on scout. So like I said before, in scrims, they're putting Mela on scout. Looks like they are going to fall through with the match, Marxist.
Yeah, well, I'll go over the mid there. I haven't seen Mela play scout probably ever. But the big problem with that mid was Marmalu bombed deep, and he had 4 people chase him into Ascent's choke. And when 4 people are looking the wrong direction at mid, you see a ton of positioning. Wow. And Kryptonite will go down there as well. But Badonsky will trade out. So good one from Shamu to try and keep this going. But I don't know that this point's ever going to be capped. Jarrett's going to go down, but Patty and Mela will go as well. Showstopper also in the Uber is popped out of Nursey. And they will get it, sandblast.
That's actually super interesting. I don't know if you saw it. Shamu actually got 2 kills with 1 bullet there. Actually picked up Mela and Patty with 1 shell. And that's going to spark aggression from Velocity to come in here. The Ascent's still down 3. Looks like Velocity, I don't know if they want to push with this. Nursey still. Nursey doesn't even have Uber right now, and Velocity, I do believe, has a full ad here.
Oh yeah, I think they're just waiting on their spawns to get here because they were scared. But they will be pushing into a Yomps Pyro and a Mela Heavy. So we'll see. Where are they stacked? They are all stacked on this right side. The Pyro is doing a good job blowing them away. Yomps will give up his life. And the Heavy is still alive. Nobody else has really died. Kryptonite and Jarrett will go down as well. Bear is very hurt as well. And that's probably the end of this. But no, wait. Showstopper and Patty are going to get taken out by Marmalu and Shamu. So at least that'll stop the disaster for now. and they're trying to work this right side like Europeans. We'll see. No, they're gonna think better of it.
Shamu did an amazing job getting picks there. He's the backbone of his team right now. Even them even being able to get back in and refight there, Shamu's the sole reason. Honestly, in that Uber, he could have got a kill on the Patty, but he started tunneling the Heavy, and instead of shooting Patty, who ended up getting 2 kills post Uber, if he was able to just take down Patty instead of focusing down the Heavy, they probably would have just won that round. But pretty much it's pretty much even Ubers right now. Ascent's going to try and come back in here through trash right now. They are going to pop off the Uber, but Bear's going to get out safely. Jarrett does get cut out, which is pretty unfortunate, but there are 2 people in the back line from Velocity right now. Shamu actually going to last right now. Might try and spark a back cap, but he is just going to fall back to lobby. He realizes there's not enough time. And again, the Velocity was coming in strong. Nursey and Patty both going to fall. I believe that there's a pause, or am I lagging out?
Yeah, that is a pause. Confirmed. Yeah, I was watching Shamu running around in the back, and that I heard shooting, and all of a sudden, so basically what happened here was Shamu went down the left side. A lot of people saw him, and then he got in behind, and then runs around, doesn't try the back cap because it was never going to happen, and then he pops out and takes out Nursey and Patty with the help of his team, and they're toast now. That's probably the end of this round.
Yeah, I mean, unless like Velocity like royally messes us up, this should be free. They have pretty much Spire entirely capped. Shamu is probably gonna fall in the back line. He's 56 HP. He did just finish up cleaning up a kill, so he's probably gonna end up falling to Mela and Yams. But again, both the soldiers, Knuckles and Marmu, are both on top of the Spire right now, pretty much ready to pounce on anything that kills Shamu. See, they might be able to find some value on the Yams, but it's very unlikely that he's going to get caught out to those players. But even then, Jarrett's about to spawn, and this should be a pretty convincing round for Velocity if they play their cards right, especially with this Uber ad.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you there. Shamu's in a pretty much hopeless situation, but it'll be interesting to see what Yamps and Mela do off of it. Because they're going to get a kill here now. We're going live now. Shamu is still alive. He doesn't die. Oh, no. He gets pistoled down by Mela. And it ends up being a trade, which is about the best case scenario for Velocity, really. And, well, we'll see. Showstopper was very close there. I guess he was just trying to do what he could.
Wait, what?
They do get on the mid way in the back, though, on Bear, but nothing happens. And now they're in.
Wait, I mean, I don't know why they just went in through lower and popped. Like I said about royally messing this up. Kryptonite is on the point, or Marmu on the point. A lot of cap time right now from the boys from Velocity, but it looks like it's gonna end up being almost a full white. All the boys, like, I don't know what their decision making was. They rushed that push so bad. Instead of even just getting on the high ground and like having Uber, they just dropped to the floor and got nothing done with the Uber. And Nursey's gonna walk around and flaunt her Uber ad while Showstopper finishes up the cap. I don't think Velocity wants to give this up for free. Actually, oh my god, Bear's like 10 HP. Yeah, they're giving this up.
Yeah, that was a no-go there. Usually that lower push is when you think you've got a huge numbers advantage, and I mean maybe they went because they got Showstopper, and maybe that was their theory. But the big problem that came for them there was Jarrett sold out for the point, and then he got swarmed. And you don't really want to do it that early. We now have a slow kind of spam fight going on down here on mid, but Ascent are bullying out the Velocity, but the Uber gets popped. Bodomski's going to go down. The Uber is much better for Ascent, though. We'll see how much they choose to chase. It doesn't look like they're going to go at all. And Velocity are now going to just engage in another spam fight here over mid. The bomb is coming over to choke, though, and Ascent are going to end up being bullied out.
Wow, like, I thought that, like, Nursey dropping Bodomski there, intentional or unintentionally, or, like, intentional or unintentionally, was kind of a good play. I guess because they had a better ear, but they weren't able to find any value off it. Anyway, Velocity just barreling in through the choke. Yam's gonna find a kill on the Jer right now. Melo's looking to try and clean up Knuckles. They might try to push off that. Ubers are pretty much about even. Bodomski rolling the push here, walking in forward with both of his scouts charioting in right behind him. Patty is gonna just clean up Shamu, and that's gonna be a really nice repush. But they don't have mid cap just yet, Marxist. So I don't know what they're overextending here for. No one's on the cap round. Yams is just now going back to finish the cap. But Knuckles is hot on his tail right now, but is going to end up retreating. just because Knuckles is only around 10 HP. He's kind of caught him, but you think he's going to choose to go back to 4. Oh, and Patty shoots a spam rocket across the map and takes down Knuckles.
Yeah, indeed. That can happen sometimes. The other thing that it was kind of weird there is Bear almost died in that mid, and he was alone, and Patty was jumping after him and then thought better of it, and I think maybe he realized what he had done wrong there, and then he went they went hard to try to get him. But now we've got even Ubers. Nuck is on the sniper, so they'll have to contest with that.
Yeah, this is the classic battle and stalemate. Unless Knuckles can pull a hat trick and make something happen, we're pretty much just going to see both teams stalemating here. Probably going to see Showstopper going for a play, maybe sacking, make sure he can try and get a force on the Bear. But Velocity's extremely good at holding, not pushing, and pretty much just building up banners. That's what this probably the best team when it comes to running banners. Probably the only team actually. Crypt and Marmaloo love running the banner. It's like it's like a little Uber on the side. And also, if anyone sacks, they're actually just gonna take this right up top, right onto the Velocity boys here. But Patty's just gonna make his way out, take a nice little exchange, test the waters, but nothing real crazy happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you scout Uber there, because they had such a huge clod of players that you're guaranteed the best Uber in human history if you can put splash damage down. But now Ascent, they get crushed trying to come in main. They had some good success over there on the top right with their repush, and then they went to come lower and just got evaporated. And now Velocity get to come out here. Both soldiers are up top, and it looks at least one of them's running the pain train currently to try to get this going a little faster. And now they're going to pull back. We'll see what Ascent can do.
Yeah, even with Marmaloo running the pain train, because I know that's him, he only runs it in matches. He got way too greedy for that. Even though his death doesn't really matter that much, but if Velocity wants a forward hold rather, they would definitely be able to. But now that they're down to splash class, they can't really hold a shutter up top as easily as they would want to. So that may have been a reason why they opted out there.
Yeah, you really need all three of your splash damage classes to have an effective forward hold. And forward hold would have been a great decision here because they're going to be relatively close to Uber, but it now comes in. And the banner is popped. It is defensively. It makes Bear take an extra rocket, more or less. And in they go. Showstopper's going to go down. Patty is as well. Bear is the only victim so far on Velocity. And there's still a little bit of fighting going on, but not a ton. Nuck is kind of just going out there and gets killed. And we'll see now if they establish a forward hold or rush for the Spire. They're going to Spire. It's Kryptonite and Shamu up there.
Yeah, they need Velocity needs something to spark some aggression out of Ascent right here to try and put Nursey in a spot to get killed here. Or even get a back cap. I mean, there have been a couple scrims and teams and matches and whatnot that have try to get a bunch of tap time on Spire, maybe sneak behind somehow and finish the cap on second, even with disad. It's extremely risky to do, but I don't think anyone on Velocity wants to do that. Marmaloo actually in forwards right now. So keep your eye on Marmaloo right now. He actually is going behind into their house right now. He's going to just re-grab a health kit. The Uber is going to get popped off at last. So Marmaloo looking to stop. Actually, just like I thought, but this time he doesn't have the pain train. But no one died yet on Velocity right now. Marmaloo just now finishing the back cap. So even if he doesn't have the pain train, it doesn't matter. Just like I thought. Marxist, someone did go for the back cap to finish the cap time. That was actually extremely good game sense.
Yeah, well, and I don't think the push was going to... They have pushed so tentatively with the initial part of their Ubers that I didn't think they were going to get wiped out. And so since it took some time, easy back cap. I don't know that it's going to help Velocity much in this situation because they have just stayed back here and are getting cleaned up on last. But you never know. They've pushed Badonsky out and they have managed to kill Nursey because they were kind of disjointed there on last, and Velocity actually turns that table over.
Nursey should not have been in a position to get killed. Like, they had Jarrett or Bear down. He died extremely early. And Nursey, they are going to probably edge like 20% Uber out of this, but Marmaloo kind of making some pretty big plays for Velocity, but unfortunately they weren't able to push out at last. I don't know, or Ascent wasn't even able to close out even if it was a 65 at last. I don't know, man. I think Ascent just needs to clean up their pushes and like call focuses better.
Yeah, that was a sense loss there, in my opinion. They should have won that, and then they let themselves kind of get spread out and lost focus on what they were trying to accomplish. They also stayed really deep in for too long because that you have a spawn advantage for having mid, but it's not gigantic,
Yeah.
especially when you're right at the enemy spawn.
But again, Ascent's gonna pop off the Uber. The gun's gonna still be up. Knuckles is gonna fall somehow, some way. I think he was the pyro, but he ended up full committing for it. Bear's just not gonna get his Uber. 2 down for Velocity right now, but the Uber is gonna get in. Bear just now got the Uber. Mela is gonna fall. That's not something you want to see. And again, Patty and Mela both falling. That's gonna be it for Velocity. No one played the point there. There's just Scottish resistance stickies, man, mind you, on the point. So not even a regular sticky bomb launcher. Jared, I think, had like 16 stickies, so no one's pushing into their last anytime soon.
Yeah, a pretty good strat too, since you can det groups of them at a time and not clear all your own stickies in one big go. So interesting. I don't know if he's still using it. It looks like he's got the standard out right now, but he is pulling back. So yeah, that's a standard sticky bomb launcher. So he even switched off.
Back.
We've got advanced strats going on right here, crazy, but Ascent does have Uber advantage. So they're going to try to come back in here and see what they can get.
But again, Ascent just now walking in here. They need to figure out a way to fall. Okay, as I just said, Jared put a sticky trap inside a little pebble on the side spire. Gonna instantly drop Nursey walking over that rock that Jared just blinded on. Extremely great trap from Jared getting that heads up display, knowing that Nursey would want to try and walk side spire, and ended up getting the drop onto the enemy medic here. And just now Velocity, there goes the banner right out of Kryptonite. 4 players barreling through the choke, all eating the same damage, but it doesn't matter because they got that damage resistance. Patty instantly deleted off the server, tried jumping air stick, just like that. Badonsky just now getting out. Jared actually is just turned the actual pace for his team right there.
Yeah, and this is a great call from Velocity because sometimes you can catch teams on Gray Bridge here. They are going to end up getting Badonsky, and that's about as good of a frag as you want in that scenario. Showstopper is hiding back in spawn. We'll see if he comes out at all. No. He's going to go back. Yomps is on the heavy here at last. Nursey does have Uber advantage. And even though they're Badonsky-less over here, I don't think Velocity are going to push or do anything from here. So we'll see what they do. Nursey's going to have a pretty sizable Uber advantage, and there's a pause. So, yeah, I mean, it's on Ascent to push out here.
Yeah. Like, the situation that I see, Bear has 30 disab, but on a map like this, I don't, like, by the time Nursey has Uber, Bear will have 70%. So, I don't think Velocity... Honestly, like I said before, unless they somehow make a plan to Nursey, we're gonna see a stalemate here. It's just how it's gonna be. Unless they just take some cocky last fight, where they just run in, do a lot of damage to Nursey, somehow kill her or like kill Badonsky, this isn't gonna work.
Well, I've got my rule. Is you send your pocket out on a glorious mission, all right, and then he either gets 2 kills or you don't pop Uber, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, I got you. So when your pocket's waiting out here, he's waddling, and if you as the medic think that he's going to get 2 kills or he thinks he's going to get 2 kills, then you'll go ahead and pop that Uber and do what you can from there as a regular push. If you don't think you're going to get 2 kills or the medic, then you just you drop your pocket, because by the time that Ascent are going, or by the time Velocity rather, are going to have Uber, your pocket will have respawned. So you essentially lose nothing, and if the other team makes a mistake, then you can push out. So it's more of a probing action instead of just handing over your Uber advantage to let the other team push last, because that loss of initiative makes me really nervous as a strategist or a main caller, because once we're sitting on last and cede our Uber advantage to the other team, it's on them to figure out how to break us, and that you're assuming that they're bad and can't push last at that point. That your defense is better than their offense, and I don't like that. I want to go out and kill them and take second and not have to deal with last anymore.
Right, I'm back.
All right. Well, Sandblast hitting on that break, but we're still in the pause, so it doesn't matter. I don't know because last time I thought maybe possibly it was a round end pause, but it wasn't. They just said it was ping issue, so maybe we've got trouble out there somewhere in America.
Yeah, apparently Marmalade will randomly get like 100 ping at certain times of the night. But I think this is Colorado because Marmalade has 30 ping. Normally he's like a 60 ping kind of guy, but he's pretty good. He's got some good ping right now. So I don't know if it's Marmalade having high ping or
somebody else. You never know. The internet is a strange place, and sometimes your internet will just disappear, or you never had it to start with, like me. So we're just looking at this pause now. So if you're not an initiated viewer, this is broadcast on a delay in that the video Sandblast and I and Gabe are seeing is 2 minutes in the past. So what we've got or what we're dealing with here, they are not actually paused in this scenario. So any sort of strategizing we do about who's where and what's going on is immaterial. This happened in live action for them, and then in 2 minutes we'll see a bunch of chat spam about what was going on.
Yep. So hopefully in 2 minutes we have a 1-0 for Velocity, and hopefully not a stalemate. That's only what we can hope. But there's nothing really going on. Both teams are pretty passive. No one's cutthroat right now. Everyone's at their own leisure. Everyone's backed out on Ascent. No one's going for any plays. Knuckles is backed by Chick. Marmalu's just now in their valley. And the combo is Climb Inspire. Jared Swanson Trash. Looks like a pretty normal setup. Furthest person on Ascent is a big Yomp Seer over in a drop down.
Yeah, it almost looks like Velocity assumes there's going to be some kind of a forward hold present. Because, I mean, some medics like to default to walking up Spire. I don't know. I mean, I did do some demo reviews for Bear, and that was my thing, was like default to walking up Spire. Because in the era that I played, even if you were like 3 up, the team would attempt to forward hold. So there was chances are you were going to die if you went through the shutter doors. And so I always went up Spire, and maybe that's just, that's just how Bear likes to play it. But it could also be that they're expecting Ascent to be in an aggressive posture to get ready to push out with this Uber advantage. And that's why they're taking the slow road.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of pressure on Velocity this match. Like I said, this is essentially like if they're expected to win their next 2 matches after this anyway. So if they win this match, they're guaranteed playoffs. Like Woodpit Quantum has no chance of making playoffs if Velocity can squeak out a win here. Which if they keep playing like this, they're gonna win. If they keep showing this momentum, I feel they've been more dominant in this map than Ascent has been all night. Just because Ascent's been messing up last pushes, Velocity has barely lost, almost. I don't think they ever came close to losing a last fight. I think once actually there was a bunch of cap time, and the soldiers from Velocity were able to clean everything up. And I think Velocity had a lot more last pushes against the boys over at Ascent. So hopefully, as Velocity can just clean up some of their last pushes, keep up these pushes and repushes, and they should be able to walk out of here with a win tonight, Marxist, if they play perfect TF2.
Yeah, what I saw out of Velocity's last pushes is they knew they had an advantage and they panicked because of it. They wanted to win so bad. They were like, no, screw it, we're just gonna go. And it didn't turn out well. Ascent, a lot of their Ubers were more they did it on their own terms a lot more often, and it sucked. Like that's pretty much all. That's the tail of the tape so far tonight. Velocity is too quick to pull the trigger on their last pushes, and Ascent is they're just not doing it right. And to be honest, this round has gone on quite some time. We've gone last to last a few times, and nobody has won yet. And if I'm a player on Ascent, I'm upset. These guys are just challengers. We've been in the finals every year for every season for the last 2 years. What's happened?
I think actually, Mark, we just came back online on the cam. ESEA invite season 26 Velocity versus. Oh, Uber actually just gets popped up by Nursey. No more reintroductions here, boys. Bear. Oh, Patty with a huge bomb onto the combo of Velocity, getting 3 kills. Just a massive play from Patty, jumping in. Oh man, that was actually insane. Sank rocketed into Jarrett there to two-shotting Bear to flick 180ing the scout behind him, which I think was Knuckles there. Or Shamu, rather. That was actually insane from Patty. That was great, just deathmatch and positioning from him all around.
But I mean, Patty performed very well there, and I love that he had a shotgun frag. But it baffles me as to why they forced Nursey, and then Velocity just stood there. But Donsky's going to go down to that Jarrett trap, though, and Patty is going to try to play Spire God, but a scout is after it. Shamu and Showstopper are going to trade out, essentially, here in the calculus of numbers. And Ascent are just standing now near the front, and they're going to back out with everything given here. So we'll see. We've got Bear at about 50, but Nursey has full Uber. So we'll see what they decide to do here. It looks like they're going to have a Mela Scout Uber.
Possibly they might want to take this ad and... Or, yeah, they're just not coming in here. I believe the HUD is some kind of mess. Actually, no, they're fixed now, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they should be back. I just Bear isn't healing anyone right now. But Ascent is going to start edging cap on Spire. Not a lot of cap time yet, and Bear is just now coming up on his Uber. Patty is going to back up off Greybridge, but Velocity is going to just shell out their Uber. Marmaloo again. Eyes on Marmaloo, please. Can we get a cam on Marmaloo? Oh, never mind. He's backing up. He was in a position there to go for a nice play, but he ended up backing out because I think he actually heard Yomps running back out.
And if you want to write angry fan mail to somebody about that pause, it was Jarrett. He had to restart his router. And I don't know if that... I mean, he'll show up eventually because he's just on the back side here. But that's scary not to have your demo for a short period of time at last. Yeah. But he's already out throwing spam into the upper lobby, so no big deal. It's Uber versus Uber. It is on Ascent to figure out what they're going to do. And we'll see. Last time they just Ubered.
Yeah, they literally just took Yomson. He got a nice little 2-shot on the Jarrett, but it didn't kill him, and the Uber got popped off. But I think Knuckles is on Pyro, doing some nice spy checking right here, doing what I call the lawnmower strat. Just go run around the map and torch everything. He actually resubs to get more ammo, or back at it again, just spraying the floor, burning everything, and the Uber does get popped off here. Bear does not want to Uber here. In the spawn, Bear goes. The Uber gets popped off. Ooh, Kryptonite falls. And the Uber gets popped off, actually. Ooh, this is going to be a repush. Patty wants to fight this. I can already tell. I actually know what push Ascent's going to actually do here. Yep, Male's going to go top right. Patty's going to try... Oh, yep, Patty's going to walk in top left with Showstopper, try and break some pressure here. Showstopper's going to walk in. Patty's going to fall, though. Showstopper is going to... I think Showstopper had to back up, though, but Panon's going to find a kill on the Marmaloo. Male going to fall as well. Great play from Jared onto Yams, keeping him low HP and stopping him from the point. Badonsky trying to get on the cap here, but there's no stickies on the point. Showstopper's going to also find a kill. 2 kills from Showstopper now. Huge plays, and Badonsky going to find a kill. And that's finally the first round of the night. I think that was probably like a 20-minute first round there, Marxist.
Yeah, my internal clock is thrown off by all the pauses, but yeah, you're about on par there. It's a 12-minute remaining in the half, so it was about 20 minutes, 18, 17 and some actually. But here we go, another mid. We'll see what's gonna go on. Can Velocity come back?
Hopefully here, I got eyes on Jared. This man going to take a lot of damage from Patty, getting a lot of early aggression. A lot of this map favors Ascent right now, but also numbers favors Velocity. Yum's on the train here, going to actually 2-shot Shamu. That was pretty sick. He's going to actually get onto the train right now, right on to Bear here. Going to have to take him down to literally 1 HP. And Yum got him dead, and he is going to get him dead. Shamu not able to, I believe, yeah, Knuckle not able to kill him fast enough. But Nursey does fall, but other than that, ooh, Knuckles double dipping here, trying to get Badonsky, but oh my god, that was questionable. Just gets instantly restuck off by Badonsky and gets taken down.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt a future forward hold, or or foray onto second for spam purposes, since they didn't kill Nursey. You would like to be able to pop this Uber out here, and when you've got a Nuck respawning for 18 seconds or however long he's going to end up getting, it's not good. Wow, really nice stick on the bear, though, all the way across the map. Puts the fear of God in him a little bit. But the thing that actually happened on that mid, this is really random, and I hope I get to tell the story. They decided to run a really passive strat that saw Kryptonite come through choke. And when he bombed onto his own train car, he got hit in the air by a spam pipe. And it totally destroyed his whole world. And so, it's crits actually, and Jarrett's going to go down. Will anyone else fall? They're going to get some more, but Nursey's going to fall from the backwards flank. And now Ascent are in a pretty weird position here. Basically, the only person that can push a bunch is Patty, but there is a Nuck sniper that's pretty much rocked his world, and Shamu. No! Patty's got boom body! We'll counter that. See? Normally, Scout versus Soldier is just the sad zone for the Soldier, but when you have a shotgun, you've still got the power, my friends.
Patty just sitting there, patiently waiting, not even out yet. Nursey's just sitting and choke. Nursey, what are you doing? Waiting for one of the soldiers to roll out from her own team that re-arrow, but Patty's just sitting there, literally for about 30 seconds, sitting there patiently waiting, and just gets killed because of it, because Nursey didn't beat choke. She was in choke, looking to arrow someone, but just let Patty die.
Well, I mean, if we lived in an arrowless world, then you'd have died anyways. We already run a lot.
That's a fact.
But here we are. They've retaken mid, have velocity, so they are on here, and we'll see what's gonna happen, because that Uber is now ready for Bear. Are they? Is Nursey? No, Nursey's back on Uber, just about to get it, and we'll see. They tried to push the side here. That's a pretty tough sell when you're trying to push with Uber advantage and the other team. I mean, Nursey is at choke. Why didn't you just Uber in and kill Nursey?
Yeah, I mean, I just think velocity are down around right now. I don't think they want to run any crazy risk, especially with the position they're in right now. Even Uber's on bad lines, they could just keep constantly sending a guy to force, and eventually they'll get something. Unless they just beef for 10 minutes straight. But because right now Marmalu's gonna get actually on the Nursey, gonna get a rocket off, do about 50 damage, nothing crazy. Nursey doesn't really like to pop that, but I actually think Patty might opt to try and push that. He is walking house right now with his full buff and medic right behind him, but I think they're gonna back up. It was just a little fake to get Showstopper in there.
Yeah, that's good tactics. That's part of the reason why Badlands is by far probably one of the most popular maps in the rotation. Is you can run sort of distraction plays like that really well, and it keeps the suicide run around that we do a lot of the time here a little more interesting. But Jarrett's gonna fall to Badonsky, demo on demo violence, and that's, to me, that's push. We're going in now. The Uber is a little bit better right now for Ascent. They're trying to make this as much of a Patty solo as possible. They're going to end up getting it, but Patty ends up kind of backing out at the end of it there, and things are more or less going to reset until Patty bombs in here.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just going to be Showstopper Mail going to find 2 kills of their own. Knuckles is might get caught out here by some spam from Badonsky, but just manages to sneak out of there. And I think Ascent might try to push off that. They are down 2. Both, actually, pretty much the entire combo from Velocity's dead right now. The combo and the Pocket Soldier. Marmalu going to come in there, get a nice rocket on the Nursey, but doesn't get the air shot to follow it up on. Patty is going to finally clean up that kill, though. Showstopper might catch Knuckles out here, but isn't going to do it. Yomps is going to fall to the hand of Shamu.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fighting going around because Shamu's going to hit Badonsky, too. And Velocity is going to try to press their luck here, and they just end up trading. It's 3v3, and the closer they get to this lobby, the less and less their respawn advantage comes into play. But no, Jarrett's going to come out here and die. Will they get anything onto Nursey? I don't think so. They're going to end up pulling back. I think it was a thought going on in the mind of Marmalu there, but he thought better of it.
I mean, honestly, with Jarrett down, I just think now Ascent's getting into lobbies. I don't think they're going to do anything off of it. Actually, they think they're trying to peek Badonsky and send Patty. And Gets the Uber off. Wow, Bear not even getting hit by it. We'll get even close to getting hit by a second rocket, but 2 quick kills go in favor of Kryptonite right there. But again, Ascent has a lot of count time. They might try to refight, but Velocity quickly pressuring them out right now. They know all 4 players on front, so there is no risk for a back cap. So Marmalu just now approaching up to bats right now. He might try and jump up top. Shamu gonna find a kill Mela, but questionable play there to even somehow get caught out there. Marmalu gonna try and take some attention off of the combo there, but nothing's really gonna happen from it. Nursey gonna just now start walking forward with her full Uber. They might try and stop Velocity here from pushing out, which that's exactly what they're gonna do. Nursey gets hit by a pipe. Marmalu, who still was on bats, if he was there 3 seconds ago, that was a kill right there on the Nursey. That was a forced Uber.
Yeah, and in the end, Jarrett ends up trying to stop the progress of Ascent and ends up dying for it. So they are going to go lower right, European style. That's going to draw a soldier out of the tube. It was Kryptonite. Yamps is going to die in the stickies. Marmalu trades out. And wow, really getting bounced around here is Jarrett, but still alive, trying to defend this as best he can. Mela's going to come in with the flank. It's a 1v1 against Nuck. A little bit of demo spam comes over as well, but nothing happens. Nuck is going to win that one. And I hear a medic take fall damage and immediately check the scoreboard because I thought somebody died.
Yeah, the new death sounds. Like that kind of push kind of reminded me of like what Velocity tried to do, but it was just a little bit more, I guess, it was just executed better, I guess. Patty just not winning for now, though. Badonsky doing a lot of damage to the combo right now. They are going to pop off the Uber, though. Mela, both the soldiers are behind now from Ascent right now. Showstopper's probably going to fall. Nursey also probably going to fall. Kryptonite right there. Knuckles getting 4 quick kills right there. Mela is going to also find Knuckles, and that's going to be a disaster of a re-push there from Ascent. Trying to contest Spire with both the soldiers getting extremely aggressive, and unfortunately, no one at all from Ascent besides Mela is going to survive.
Yeah, and the tragedy here is that the 2 soldiers in the demo, people who should not care at all about Mela being behind, spent so much time screwing around looking at Mela, they let all of Ascent get forward spawns. They should have just gone straight to mid to try to quick cap that, because that would have pretty much handcuffed Ascent and given you second for free. But it did not happen. And so Mela is going to end up finally going down behind. They do have Uber advantage over on Velocity. We'll see if they try to start their push in advance. I would assume they love pushing Diag so far, and I assume they're going to go there. Yep, there they are. So we have some players over on the side. That's Showstopper, but they are in now. Going to jump the Spire. Some things go down. Shotguns come out. Kryptonite's going to go down, and the Uber is popped as well. Badonsky will fall. That's about as good of a pick as you want. But Nursey's now got Uber. Will they use it?
Yeah, Nursey is going to re-Uber onto here. Yam's taking this Cherry Uber onto Marmalu and company. But again, Jerry is going to find a kill on the Showstopper that isn't good. That's a jumper that could chase out some extra damage. But look behind. Knuckles is just now starting to cap on the Spire. So will they send bodies in, which is exactly what they're doing. Kryptonite drawing so much time. He's not dying fast enough and is going to get the cap. Knuckles having to 1v1 Badonsky right now is going to survive here and just delay behind. This is what you want to see from a flank scout right now. Getting behind. He actually might just run right onto the point, which is exactly what he tries to do. But Showstopper's there. I don't know why he'd commit to that. Having him just live behind and stay as a threat may have been a better play, but Showstopper was waiting at last for him and is going to find the kill on him.
Yeah, the old hide and event play may have been the ideal one to pull off there, where you just run behind the tube. And I know you can't jump up in there anymore, but you could hide pretty well down there, especially because they would go out to second. So yeah, we'll see. Questionable decision making there. He just tried to win the game for his team, and now the Uber comes out on Ascent. Badonsky goes down straight away in a trap, though. Showstopper is going to pick up Shamu, which is, I would say, a bigger pick than you might normally think, because Shamu is really doing a lot of work.
Yeah, Shamu has definitely been the backbone of Velocity right now. But again, literally because Shamu's dead, Knuckles or Marmalu was not in the position at all to instantly run back. Like, as soon as Shamu's dead, your flank sound needs to double back to your medic as soon as possible. And Knuckles wasn't there fast enough. And just like that, it's going to be another full ad, around like a 60 ad coming out of Ascent right here.
Well, it's like a flow chart of bad things for Velocity, because Nuck was respawning and walking forward, and they were holding very aggressively. They ran out into mid, a player down, and they ended up, now they're on their last. So we're going to see a Shamu NG and a Nuck Pyro. I like that he was just blowing his flames all over, especially now that the flamethrower hit detection is way better than it used to be. We'll just call it that.
Yeah. But again, Ascent's been taking some pretty crazy Ubers into well, just like this. They have had Knuckles is gonna fall pretty quickly though. The gun is gonna fall. They need to find Bear with this. He's at 90% Uber. They need to somehow play the cap right now. The stickies are off the point. Yeah. Oh, but a disastrous repush. Post Uber from Ascent where everyone just dies. Nursey might not even be able to live it. Wait, what? Nursey.
Nursey is in the perennial back cap spot. They checked it. Okay, good. We're still playing invite. Okay.
Okay, that was a little scary there. I thought she was gonna go for the taunt kill on Knuckles there. Like maybe she went for it, but I don't even think she would have been able to get anywhere with ×3 that much.
But not all is lost because Bear dies to a sniper from Yomps. So
Yomps.
that's painful. That I like that strat. If you're really starting to lose, oh my god, Yomps
nice.
with a big shot onto Shamu. That's gonna change this whole look out here.
And show on the Jarrett too.
Yeah. So the deal is, if they don't get those frags from the sniper, you're not recapping second here in any kind of timely manner. But they do. Here we are pushing last now. There is a baby sentry gun. Nursey and Patty, though, with the heavy from Kryptonite, drops down and takes them out. So it was Ascent here that was a little too ready in the stalemate. Oh, well, okay.
That was actually the craziest big poop play.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, a 41-minute half with the 11-minute in pauses. So there's definitely been worse. But Shamu, like we were talking about before, actually Shamu and Kryptonite, pretty much the combo coming out from Velocity here tonight. 20 frags coming out from Shamu, but Patty to even them out, also getting 20 kills as well. Kryptonite not too far behind with 19 frags, but actually pretty much top damaging the entire server at just a little over 9,000. Oh, I'm sorry, Badonsky actually right behind, doing more damage but has less damage a minute than him. That makes sense, I guess. I feel like we're the ESEA stats, at least on my screen, are bugged.
Well, mine look okay. Oh no, I've killed myself somehow. Okay, I think I'm figuring out this interface.
I'm just looking at like the damage.
Well, the damage per minute is definitely bugged, and the reason why, all right. So ESEA stats calculate damage per minute, and they count the pauses. So you have a significant amount. I'd say we had a solid 7 or 8 minute pause there. So that's 7 or 8 minutes of zero for everyone. So as my former demo man friend and well, still current friend, but former demo man on my team, Christopher pointed out, if you're ever having the game of your life 450 DPM, log out of the server during the pause. Because otherwise your 450 DPM log that you show to everyone for the whole rest of your life will be gone. And the longer, and if you know an opposing team's demo really likes their DPM or another player, pause the game and go to the bathroom for about 10 minutes, and then you'll take away all of their fun.
Cause I actually never like thought of anything like that. It's actually so funny when you say something like that. But anyway, though, I guess about the stat line here, because I think most of the players are readied up right now. I think we're waiting on a couple guys from Ascent right now. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the players on the server are pretty much keeping it up, even with frags. Velocity is only down by 5 kills. I believe it's 83 to 87. So damage is also pretty much even. 4 frags, my mistake. Yeah, a lot of pretty much just scrappy DM fights that come down to the end of this. But hopefully, like I said, Velocity, even though they're down in the first half, they need to find a way to break open Ascent's last holds. They've had so many opportunities where they're re-pushing out of last, and they're just constantly getting picks onto Nursey that shouldn't even be like Nursey is getting caught out in spots where Nursey should never get caught out, and that is a golden opportunity to even walk forward when Nursey's dead against a team like Ascent. And the fact that for some reason they were like they're rushing last pushes or not focusing correct things. Like there was one time where Shamu just walked in, got a 3K, and nothing else died on there. So I don't know if like either the flank from Velocity needs to come forward and show up and clean up some kills in the last fight, unless it's just all around just and no one's in the right positioning, or if it's just a classic case of the Badlands last where it's just stupid to push into. But we need to see Velocity come up and clean up some of their stuff here.
I mean, we're seeing Velocity mature right here in this match because the only reason they have not secured at least 2 rounds is because every time they start to beat Ascent, they lose their cool. They had a great push out, and everything was going really well, and then there's a sniper on mid, he gets a 3K.
Yeah.
Because nobody checked. And that's the kind of stuff you do when you're so excited to win that you forget how to play the game correctly.
Yeah, like you can't. Cause it's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to hundreds of other players you've played in playoffs or at a relatively high level. Actually, we're about to go live here, Marxist. So just now rolling out to this mid here. Showstopper actually rolling out choke. Pretty not something you see here from a lot of the roamers anymore. But not a lot of aggression from either team just yet. Jarrett now just trying to take the forefront of the mid. Marmalou is going to fall to Showstopper. That's a pretty bad start to the mid. One of the stronger players on Velocity falling pretty early. Kryptonite doing a lot of damage on the show. Going to find a kill, but instantly gets straight out in a very strong mid. Actually, the second mid of the mid, the second mid of the match here, finally showing itself, and it ends up being a full wipe from Velocity.
Yeah, Marmalou, granted, they've only fought 2 mids. But Marmalou has telegraphed that he really likes to just bomb your train car. And the perfect counter to that is to have your roamer go choke.
Marmalou spy, by the way.
And he died immediately. Sometimes you'll even airshot the guy and then you can put it in your frag video. Where is the spy now? I'm looking for it, but I can't find it.
Marmalou was actually just cloaked up. That's something Marmalou likes to do. I'll touch on that afterwards. But the Pyro is going to come in. Gom's is actually going to fall to a reflected rocket. That's probably going to turn off the last push here. Unless Mela, who's lower left, can try and make something happen. But they're going to back up. But yeah, that's something Marmalou loves to do. All of a sudden, in like this season, he just loves to play spy if his team wipes on mid. Regardless if he insta-gives or not, it's a 5v6. I guess that's just the confidence Velocity has when it comes to holding last. They're able to throw a body out there that could instantly turn the tide of this match for them, regardless if they're holding 5v6.
Yeah, it's a risky play, and out of the roamer, I don't like it because spam is great.
Yeah, especially on this map too.
The issue there with the push in from Ascent was you're pushing into a large sentry gun. Why are you using a scout to do that? It's never gonna work. Use explosive classes. And now we've seen Velocity push out. Ubers are going to be even. Yomps is a spy running around somewhere, and the Ubers are going to come out now for either side. The best Uber is on Ascent. Marmalou is standing over the point. Yomps is dropping down. He's going to crack his bones. Face stab, shoot some bullets. Doesn't matter. Ascent is getting blown up here. Whoa, Bear with 12 health. Almost craters, but is going to hit a favorable slope. I think maybe you're a better calculator of fall damage than me, but if he'd have gone into that little pit there, that was maybe 2 inches from where he landed, he'd have probably died.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, TF2 is a odd game when it comes to fall damage ratios. So Bear just hitting a nice little surf to get out of the clutch as a showstopper. And Yomp's spot wasn't helping it out. And it's actually Marmalou's patience was so good there. Didn't even leave last. But Patty probably going to get caught out here in house. Yeah, going to fall on Marmalou. I don't know what he's doing in there. Probably trying to find the Uber force on Bear. But isn't going to get anything. But honestly, just now holding choke. Velocity looking to probably try and take this right through dive. This is also something Velocity likes to do, is try and take Ubers through dive. But I actually think they're going to rotate now to balcony. I don't even know what they're trying to come through here. They're kind of just burning their ad here by just stalling and not doing anything. And actually, they're walking through choke here. Knuckles is going to fall by overextending pretty harshly and getting killed off by Yums.
Velocity's whatever they were trying to do there really reminded me of a octopus attempting to open the jar. You know the octopus is going to eventually open the jar and eat the clam, but it's going to take a lot longer than it should.
Yep. But they ended up being able to finally pull through and not really do anything. But this gives an opportunity for Knuckles to flex his sniper and see if he can get anything done with it.
Yeah, we have a Nuck sniper, and they may know over on Ascent because Yomps, when he was respawning, went spy and I assume cycled the classes as one does, and probably figured out that there's a sniper. Interestingly enough, the person they're having spam is Badonsky, who's pretty much the pick for the sniper here in Nuck. But he's playing very conservatively. They know 1,000% they know about this sniper, and I don't really care for sniper as the team that has Badlands mid because you're gonna have to get some short range shots.
Oh yeah, 100%. But Knuckles is now in Valley, trying to probably find a kill on someone getting resub. But I don't know, man. If someone just comes on that, just like I said, if someone goes on that bridge right above him, he's going to die, and that's exactly what Yomps did. Is just go above the bridge and two-shot him. Knuckles has a better spawn wave by having 5 seconds, but I don't think nothing's gonna happen off that, Marxist.
Yeah, that's not how you break this. All right, a bomb comes in. So far, 2 missed rockets, but no, Nercy's gonna die. Marvelou missed 2 rockets. 2. He only has 4. He used one of them to rocket jump and reloaded another, and then got the kill while the whole team of Ascent stood around Nercy and watched.
Marvelou TF2, man, like pull it through, and ended up finding the kill on the Nercy. But again, Bear just died to a sniper shot from Yom, so that big, wonderful play that was just a godsend from Marmalou instantly just means nothing now. But again, Velocity just now coming out of their own, just now pushing back into the last of, Ascent here. But again, Bear falling is going to put a halt to the pressure here.
Yeah, that a sniper shot there is a good call to run a sniper there, and I'm still just baffled about what Nercy. If I was Nercy, I would be on full tilt, and that would pretty much be the end of me being a functional team member. But they're pushing up Pride Rock. Badonsky's a little exposed here. Why aren't they just jumping all over him? I guess there's a Patty hiding slightly behind him, and I suppose that's scary. But Brap Assassins come out. Patty gets skyboxed. He's gonna fall here. Marmalou is gonna die, but so is Badonsky and Mela. And that's the end of Nercy again, and only 1 player left up. Yomps is gonna start building a sentry gun, because that's all that's left to do. Now, Sandblast. Pivotal moment here. I'm calling it. Right. Pivotal moment.
What do you think's happening
have full Uber advantage. Are they gonna panic and screw this up again, or are they gonna win a round? If they screw it up, they're gonna lose this match.
I forgot what match I recently casted. I think it was me and you, but other than that, the Uber's coming in. It looks like a disaster. Jared gets the gun, which is cool, but nothing else. Oh no. Badonsky just draining stickies from the right hand side, trapping off Bear, gonna find him. Showstopper gonna find a frag. So this is turning into a disaster from the boys over at Velocity. They're ending up losing the last push here. Marmalou air shotting Show into the vents actually, and Mela gonna end up cleaning up both the kills. That wasn't really a rushed lash push. I mean, they ended up getting a lot of like good positioning off of the Uber. We have another pause here. That's pretty fun. Like I said, just now pushing, the last push was decent, but Bear got caught in by stickies from Badonsky that was actually placed on the right hand side, and no one from Velocity even thought to pressure him.
Yeah, and you've got a pyro guarding a sentry gun. My question is, why do you push into that? Go the other way. There are other players standing on the other side who will die. There is a window, Sandblast, that you can look through as you're Ubering and go, maybe I don't want to push into the Pyro and the NG. We're going to go to the right and scare these other guys. And they didn't do it. They just put straight in there. They get 1 kill with their Uber, a Pyro, who doesn't care if he lives or dies, and the 7th player. And then they're stuck up there on the top left, and your team basically has to have a DM fight there, and they didn't win it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Velocious is expecting to just walk up and just two-shot the boys over at Ascent on the Pyro, but Ascent just now pushing forward here. Marmalu is again doing Marmalu things. Hiding in Valley, probably going to kill Showstopper as he is just replenishing his ammo and health here. Marmalu in position. Nursey drops to another trap from Jarrett. And that's going to be a pretty big spark of aggression coming out here from the boys over at Velocity. But they can't get too overzealous here. They did just lose their demo man. And Kryptonite is looking to re-push here. But Marmalu, look behind you. The pain train. It's at 5 horses on the showstopper, but he's not going to air shot him just yet. Marmalu looks flailing his mouse around. Oh my god, he's going to live. Marmalu is a genie at TF2, man. Dodging showstopper, dodging Vadonsky. Marmalu is just everywhere on the map right now.
I hope that Marm makes that into a frag video wherein he misses the air shot and then just does spins with his mouse to not have predictable movement. But this Uber is coming in now. They push direct into the gun again. Here's the pyro. Here's the gun.
It's working. It's working. They got and Mela.
They've got kills. They got 2 kills this time. Now we watch the after push. It's on Kryptonite. They're coming up that right side. Oh no! It's happening, Sandblast. Demo comes in to save it, but no, Velocity's gonna win a round, and it's tied up. They figured it out. They're gonna take out the gun and then they push right, and now it has happened.
Velocity finally. They that's the thing, Marxist. I'll touch on more of this because I don't want to talk about what just happened until after the fight. But anyway, here the demo, Badonsky choosing or Jared actually very slow one as well. That was the pause just on any, but both the demos both opting here to roll out a window here. Badonsky roll out to go house there. Marmalu gonna instantly fall to Patty. Bear getting pressured by Showstopper, very low HP. Someone needs to help him. There's no scout in position. Shamu just now getting there, taking a huge rocket, and Shamu finally falling along with Bear. That was such awful positioning from Shamu. Nowhere near his medic to protect him, and Bear was forced to just fight under point. But anyway, back to that last push though, Marcus. They finally ended up getting the gun with about half their Uber remaining, and they were able to pull off 2 frags with the remaining part of the Uber. That's definitely why they ended up pulling around there.
Yeah, and that's my point on the mid is basically the same. Is if you're gonna run a right-sided mid clubhouse shithouse, depending on if your parents are around, you've got to have a player stand with your medic until he comes through that doorway, and if they don't, a good roamer will kill you. And that's exactly what happened. And now the Uber's coming into last.
And Knuckles is gonna fall immediately. The Pyro. He's the only Pyro tonight that I've been seeing gets insta-gibbed on last without being most about to 9 the Uber. But anyway, Yomps is gonna edge point. This is so convincing for Ascent, man. They played it so great. Playing the soldiers playing the high ground, Showstopper taking a couple fights on the floor. Wow. Just like that, we take a 10-minute round, and Ascent takes 2 minutes and takes a round. It was Bear dying at 98.
Yeah, he died. He got an Uber son, died at 98, which is heartbreaking for Bear. But his team had screwed up that round so bad they deserve to lose it. And here we go, another mid.
Jared and the both demos here choosing to opt out towards their house again. Jared seems to get there a little faster than Podolsky. A lot of damage from Jared. Oh my gosh, he's doing so good this mid. Marlon taking some eyes off, not instantly dying again, which is a good start to the mid. Knuckles and Shamu finding 2 quick kills. Marmalu already in the back line, gonna try and catch Nursey out. And just like that, Marmalu in hot pursuit on a Nursey. Gonna cut off Nursey, and just like that, Nursey's gonna fall to Marmalu. Unless he royally messes himself. And just like that, royally met. No, Marmalu gets the cut off. Good play from the Velocities, and just like the they can't mess this up. This is for 2-2. This is for all the marbles.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
2-2. That round. I don't even know what to say. You know, as Ascent, that Marmalu is gonna bomb you, but they killed him that one time just straight away with the early bomb through choke, and then they just let him do it again and fell for it again and totally wiped out.
But here we go again, another mid-roll out here. Nursey taking a lot more damage, and they're actually already backing us. Marmalu not dying immediately again. He is going to take a lot of damage and do a lot of damage as well. 2 frags go, 3 frags actually in favor of Ascent here. Jobs is just unleashing all of his wrath. It actually taunts on mid and just says goodbye and just absolutely just eviscerates everybody in his path. Big yawns, dude.
Yeah,
was
that
actually
time the
insane.
scout got on the job there and stopped all the bombing, but that last round just has my mouth was kind of hanging open there for a little bit. There is a sniper here, but Nursey does have full Uber advantage. Interestingly, Jarrett looks to be running a regular sticky. We did see him go Scotch Res last time his team was at Uber disadvantage. We do have a pyro out here again. Shamu is on the Angie. He's building a dispenser. Nuka's gonna die straight away, not having much luck. The big difference here is Ascent's bringing a lot of explosives to this fight. Yomps is fighting down in main, but Mela and Yomps are both gonna fall. There's pressure on the point. Shamu is gonna block it straight away, and that's another botched last push for Ascent. They're gonna end up getting a little bit of a frag there with Badonsky taking out Show after he already secures a frag. And Velocity are back out here on the second. Shamu very low, but I think they're gonna be able to get this one.
Yeah, Velocity or Ascent looking not to get this up for free here while they're down Kryptonite. And his Yomps coming in, getting the body shot on the Jerry. This is such a powerful sight line for any sniper. But the Uber gets popped off. Nursey has mailed a runner out to safety. So this is perfect positioning from Ascent. This is, yes, rather. This is what they want. They're playing right into Ascent's hand right now. Even if they have a sniper, they're down to demo. There's not a lot of crazy damage output coming out from the guys over at Velocity, and this might be a Uber on. Yep, they're probably gonna take this right through house now. Here comes Mela taking the chariot on the Kryptonite. He's so weak. Yom's gonna get the body shot on him, trying to jump out. Mela instantly trying to get on the bear right now. Gets a nice little meat shot on him, so gets him about 80 damage there. But there's a player behind. Shamu is trying to backhab with Marmalade. This could be a ×4 backhab, and it is going to be a ×4 backhab. Oh, and they're going to get it as well. Shamu, there are no spawners to stop this. Ascent's next spawner is actually Badonsky in 6 seconds. And actually, Yoms went back to last. He actually backs one, and he is going to get, Yoms, he's just 30, dude. That was actually insane from Yoms, realizing the ×4 backhab. Gonna get back and just two-shot both the players going back to try and get that back cap.
Yeah, he totally saved the game there. That's Yomp, and he got air shot, sort of, kinda. He was jumping, but that was almost a shot of Marmalou's life, and still managed to get the kill. So we do have even Ubers here. Yomps is looking for off classes right now, and I don't know if he's gonna come out or not.
Oh, he's coming out. Oh, man. I was hoping the Yom spot was going to come out, man. That would have been so nice.
Yeah, well, and since they're the team holding second, it would be pretty unexpected. And the boardwalk over there at mid is pretty open. And from what I've seen, Velocity is very ready to move around because they like diag. So if you disguise as a scout, I mean, you might be able to get in because nobody really knows where they're supposed to be, but Patty's going to end up dying in a sticky trap. And if they don't push here, it's a travesty. All right, there we go. Scout Uber is in. They're going to actually double Uber this one and try to see how it boils out. Bear's going to end the Uber first. Shamu is leading the way here, trying to block everything. Yomps is about to die, but ends up getting killed off by Nuck finally. And here's the cleanup kills from Velocity. So, yeah, a superior Uber for them, and it plays out.
They actually had really good positioning from Kryptonite, and I believe that was Knuckles on the Spire with him as well. And he was able to drop down behind after Jared was doing a significant amount of damage to Ascent. They actually had him trapped off. It was pretty much just 3 players from Ascent and 5 players from Velocity. It was actually, that was actually insane from Velocity's little pinch that they just had there.
Yep, and now they've got full Uber to push last. So, will they panic and screw it up as they have many times? They're going in with a scout. Shamu ends up getting left out in the cold for a little bit, takes a ton of damage. He's on the backside of the point, only a sniper to stop him. Jarrett blows up the sniper and wins the round. So there we go. You can't make it any easier than that.
Wow, this is close, Marxist. Only around, I would assume, 12 minutes left, so that's a lot of time to work with if you're Ascent, especially being down around as to Velocity, a team that loves to slow down the game and make you play their game. But anyway, here, starting out the mid, we have both the demos here. A lot of damage coming out from Badonsky. It's going to actually aid Yams and Patty finding 2 kills. Marmalu's going to instantly jump and find 2 kills of his own onto Nursey, but and Marmalu with 3 kills, and also getting a nice fat rocket off onto Yams. But kills is immediately turning Marmalu the only player on Velocity to find a frag until Shamu finds the very late one. But this is going to scare. Wait, unless he gets a nice little 2-shot on the melee here. Shamu ending up winning the one. He could win this, and he does end up winning the 1v1, but Yams coming back through to end up cleaning it up. But Marmalu, man, coming through big with his team, gonna find 3 kills, but the scouts from Velocity weren't there to clean up the damage, man.
Yeah, indeed, I agree with that assessment. And we're gonna see a refight amid Jarrett actually zero fear walks into a scout. You never see that. Oh, showstopper misses the earshot. And Nursey and Badonsky are going to fall, and that may be another round for Velocity because they're falling apart here. But Bear, no, Yams is going to get Bear, and that will ruin Christmas for Velocity. And yeah, Bear types in, "I hate you, Yams," in chat. That is an apt phrase.
Okay, I can't tell if people from Velocity just aren't. I don't know, because I know Shamu's the combo scout. I don't know if he's not in position to help Yams here. Maybe he's handling something else, and maybe just Yams has God timing, or they're not killing him fast. But they need to find a way to stop Yams from killing Bear in situations where they have round-winning plays at their fingertips, where they kill Nursey. Bear will have a full Uber going into Ascent's last, literally. But again, he can't stay alive. I don't know what's going on, Marxist.
Yeah, they let the Yamps in. They let their guard down for a moment, and that's it. I think they also extended quite a bit for those frags in the last series, and that let the Yamps in. He's kind of like the Babadook. And so here we go. They're spamming now for choke, but we're going to see even Ubers here. And actually, a big push is coming out. Badonsky's going to go down, but Showstopper is committed in the flank. Jarrett and Marmalu will fall. Ubers are exchanged, and it's basically a hero coming out here from Patty. He's going to end up getting the frag. A scout comes to support him, and that is a huge win for Ascent. They essentially bait Badonsky into securing 4 frags.
That was pretty awesome from Patty there. He really was the backbone of his team on that mid. They're tanking a lot of damage, and Nursey keeping him alive just enough for him to, like, all that damage he's taking, it doesn't even matter from Velocity. They're really just wasting time shooting at Patty, which is an amazing play from both Patty and Nursey. Patty being able to kill all those players as well, which is pretty awesome. But again, even Ubers, we got the dog spy, big Marmalu. Already actually back by side spy, Marxist.
Well, we've seen this one before. Marmalu is sneaking around. He opened that shutter. I don't know if Mela saw it. He's shooting random space now. Uber does come in. They're going to kill the dispenser. They're going to kill Shamu. They're going to still not kill the 7th player. So there's an exchange here now. They're standing all of Ascent in upper lobby. They're going to lose Showstopper. The banner comes out. Patty is almost isolated by sticks. Badonsky and Nursey are going to fall. Nuck is going to secure 3 frags there.
Wow, Yams.
There's a push down this right side, though. This is the Yams is, yeah, as you said, Yams trying to do anything secured by everybody.
That's just not realistic.
I even call that little spot there, Sandblast, I call that the death zone because it's flat space, and he didn't die for the longest time despite having a player from Velocity on either side of him.
Like, I forgot, like, in that situation, man, like, if you know Yams isn't that healthy, you just gotta take your time with your shot, man. Just listen, he can hit you for like 20-30 damage, and you just gotta line up one good one. That's all you gotta do. But again, Yams is a monster of a player, able to just take 2 1v1s and win it. And again, their Velocity going back to their last, though. They're gonna try and turtle this out, man. Probably about 5 minutes have passed, so if I had to guess, probably around 7-ish, maybe 7 minutes, and like I think there's 8 seconds left before the actual time before the actual match ends.
Yeah, as the classic killing in the name video goes, stay at last. They're gonna try and time this out. put it on Nuck. The Uber comes in. Kryptonite's trying to kite it out. The Uber comes through. Shamu is chasing this. He's gonna secure Patty. So that's good for the break. That's all you want here is velocity. They're actually gonna move up quite a bit. Nuck is all the way behind. Coming in the drop down. He's gonna be right behind to take out Nursey and Badonsky. There we go. That's the kind of stuff you want to see out of Nuck. But Showstopper's still in behind. Can he throw a wrench in the works? No, he's taken out. They're gonna grab second. So I mean, really, ultimately, you just want to scam for time.
Wait, look, mail. Wait, Marvelous no tube, yeah, GG. Hey, buddy, what's up? And Marmaloo feasts on his prey, just like that.
Well, Marmaloo almost died, but you know, it's still leaving the roamer behind. That's the eternal debate of TF2 is who do you leave at last and for how long? And Marmaloo, he did his job. And now the banner's out.
Yeah, man. I told you, Velocity loves their little secondary Ubers. Oh, this is actually insane. Right on the block, the Ubers on the Nursey. Shamu needs to not beef this. There you go, Kryptonite to come in there hot. Yamps is on the sniper though. Bear, oh my god, if that Uber was for 2 seconds, like a little quarter second shorter, he was done. Yamps had a fully charged body shot on him. But anyway, the sniper is found out. And this is big momentum for Velocity. All they need to do is pressure out the sniper here. Velocity, if they can secure this round here, this might be game with how Velocity's playing this Marxist.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. That this is the end for Ascent if they get this, especially because of how little time left there is. Unless they secure tons of rounds.
Yo, Ascent just cheating, dude. I swear to God, he just drops bear. What is this guy doing? He's just killing everyone on the server. This isn't right, man. This is unjust. This isn't even legal.
Yeah, that Yomp's gonna have to be inspected here. We're gonna submit this on to the admin team, and they're gonna secure this second cap. Our Ascent. There is still an Uber advantage for Bear, but it's not what it could have been. And they're going to fight over second again. They're gonna back off now. Ascent are trying to get it. Patty tried to hero spire, and then out of respect, Marmaloo killed himself.
I'm still in awe about what Yams actually just managed to do to the entire enemy team playing sniper. 3 quick headshots, dropping Bear and getting 2. That's probably the greatest sniper play I've seen this entire season so far. We have Born invite this season, which can tell you how many good snipers are in this season.
Oh yeah, the sniping has gotten pretty good out here. And they're pushing in Scout versus Pyro again. No one's gonna. Oh no! It gets very close. But Donsky hits that respawn deftly at the last possible moment, and Patty's gonna end up falling. Scout on the point. That's gonna bait it out now, and the Uber comes as well. Shamu stuck behind as well. No scouts for Velocity, and Kryptonite's gonna get a kill onto Badonsky. That's, I mean, great, honestly. And Marmaloo is spy trying for the back cap.
Marmaloo, he has been known to do these kind of things. So hopefully he might be able, he knows he can't get the back cap, but high risk, high reward here. He's going to try and find Nursey. Yup, 6. Oh, that saw actually counts for Nursey. That's actually a huge saw. That actually puts Nursey in favor of Uber out here. That was actually really unfortunate for Marmaloo. Not really fault though by trying to like kill Nursey, but the saw was great heads up from Nursey to try and get that like clutch little saw there.
Yeah, and that's going to give Nursey a sizable Uber advantage. We'll see if Ascent take advantage of it. They're in position to push like they have advantage. If you think you're swole, you go through this door over here. And I think they're ready, but unfortunately they're going so slow. They only have 10%, and it's not going to matter. Will we see a hero Uber come out here? They're actually going to scout Uber into this and kill Yomps, the bane of their existence. And they may get Mela as well. Mela's bouncing around here. No, they don't commit. What's going on? Mela had 14 health, and they left that frag there on the table.
Patty beefed a couple shotgun shells on the Marmaloo there, but Donsky wasn't like sticking him off. That would have been a back cap from Marmaloo again. Knuckles also in the back line as well. Kryptonite waiting for his mag to spawn. Knuckles trying to fight showstopper here on Spire to try and claim his Spire as his own, but oh god, Yams, just stop. Gonna end up destroying him. Shamu also behind on Inertia, gonna get a nice meat shot, but not gonna fall here. Marmalou not healthy enough to jump here, but Kryptonite is, however. But Inertia is just gonna dodge just in time, and Patty and Yams are gonna find Killzone. Marxist bears and healing, spawners are down for 5 seconds. This looks like something for Ascent right here.
I'm baffled why Velocity committed so hard to that, because Ascent are going to run into this last. There are no soldiers. Shamu's not going to be able to build a gun that can stop this in time. It's a one-round game.
Like, this is... If Ascent can make this 3-3, it pretty much comes down to whoever gets the next round after this wins. But again, it's pretty close still. Male are going to find Marmalou, though. Nursey and Banansky still may not really contributing much. Patty, 2 quick shotgun kills. And oh my god, Patty's shotgun is on right now. 3-3. Probably like maybe a golden cap situation. I mean, Marxist, we have 57 seconds.
It's a golden cap.
Wait,
that was Velocity. Why do you throw everything away on that mid?
No.
You have 57 seconds
Don't deny
left.
anything here. This could still happen for either team if someone just royally messes this up. Kryptonite is going to try and get some aggression. Marmalou already back. That's what we need is a kill under the medic there. But Yams and his Shoei-Saw are going to find kills their own. Kryptonite, oh yeah, this is probably looking at. I don't think either team, with both medics down, I don't think they're gonna have any time for the back cap here, or any time for to even come through. So that's gonna be it, boys. Golden cap, Velocity versus Ascent. Oh man, we are in for a long one tonight, man. An hour and 15-minute ending half. That is gonna be it, boys. 13, I believe. I think the half is just about to end.
Yeah.
For an hour, just some stat padding kills. Yeah, it's gonna be. So I'm gonna take a quick look at the stats here.
I just want to know. I want to know. I want to hear what is going on in Velocity Zuber, because at some point in this half they said we're not gonna push out. We're just gonna hold last for about 6 minutes. They had that speech, and then they decided we'll throw our whole team away on mid and lose the round. Like there was a complete shift in the way that they were thinking about this game within the space of 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I want to know what happened in Mumble during that period.
I mean, like, Knuckles was kind of quiet in the first half. Personally, he wasn't really getting a lot of stuff done. Even during the second half, he was pretty much just getting cleanup kills. He wasn't doing any like crazy flank plays or making a lot of big plays for Velocity, which is still good for certain teams that want to have a scout like that. But when you have Knuckles in the second half was able to get behind Ascent, was able to, in a team fight, get a kill while still being healthy, knowing that he could go behind and, you know, make a play happen, and was able to actually get a couple extra kills actually when they were pushing out of their own last, pretty much solidifying no back cap and being able to refight mid with their spawners. But like you said, the bane of Velocity, Yams, 51 and 27. With probably like top damaging the entire server. Actually, not the entire server. I believe most of the explosive classes are. I think mainly like Patty, Badonsky, and Jared are in front of him. Everyone else though is behind him. I mean, as a scout, 51 kills on Badlands. He's a head tall of every other scout in the entire server right now. So hopefully Yams can keep up this amazing play right now. A lot of the other scouts that pretty much isn't Yams is head-to-head. Like, Male is actually holding up pretty well. I was scared, like, if you probably had Patty still on Scout and Male on Soldier, you could still probably see these results, and it would probably still end up something extremely similar like this. But, man, I don't know, man. I just feel like I don't know if they want to put Melo back on Scout. I know Patty's playing.
He is on Scout right now, and we're going Sandblast.
Oh, here we go.
It's the deal. All right, so what mid are we gonna see here? Demos get here. Well, it's pretty lopsided. Jarrett is here way in advance. Badonsky has a scout on him right away. Shamu's gonna get the demo frag. That's pivotal right to start the mid. Bomb comes in. Will they get anybody? Showstopper was basically their last hope. He's gonna have a scout fall on his head, and Patty's gonna get taken out as well. They're not gonna get ace though. But yeah, that's exactly what you should do if you're the aggressive scout, or is what I like to call social services scout. If you see that demo naked in the wind, you just blow him away.
This is big right now. I don't think there's been a team that wasn't for Tech that was able to take 2 rounds or like two rounds or 2 games off of Ascent in preseason. I think last season, I think took a game off them last season. I know Froyo, I think, beat them once last season, but they also lost once to them last season. I think they only had 2 losses, maybe 3, if I'm forgetting. I'll say a safe bet and say 3 losses in the preseason last season. But, like, they've been losing, like, a sense, 2 losses to Froyo Tech and once to Velocity. And Velocity on the cusp of beating them for the second time this season. Probably, again, the only other team that's ever been able to do that for a long, long time, Marxist.
Oh yeah, that no one else has double defeated Ascent, besides Froyo. And here we go. They're trying to get in. They're working in this right side. Kind of an interesting strategy, different than the norm. And maybe this is a land strat kind of moment. Bear's gonna get really low, take the little pill bottle. The sentry gun is still a factor, and nothing's gonna happen. Shamu is gonna die as well. Oh no, Nux is gonna fall, but so's Patty. Things are still kind of even. It's hard to push out here, but they're pressuring. No, they leave Jared alone. The medic and soldier just pulled out there. Kryptonite left, and Ascent are coming in now. Bear's gonna die to spam rockets, and that was total reversal of fortune. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Wait, Mela's on Pyro right now. He's actually out of spawn, but Marmola's behind. Mela's actually committing on Pyro right now, Marxist. Yams is gonna find him. In a situation like this, you have the actual audacity to push out of your own last in a golden cap to go coast to coast while playing Pyro?
Mela has been known to play the Pyro class. I remember back in the days when Mela was an open player, he ran Pyro a ton. And it's one of his favorite things. So here he goes. He wants to win this one in style because they've got full Uber advantage. What will we see this Mela Pyro do?
He's going choke. I don't know, man. This is too close.
He's playing the flank right now, Sandblast. Flank Pyro. Patty's going to get the Uber. Nursey's going to get bounced way far in front. Patty's going to get Jarrett. It's a trade, but that's good enough. And now we'll see. It's all on the scout. Yeah, Nuck's going to fall. Not going to be able to kill Nursey there. Nursey gets down to about 35 health. And the Uber advantage is over on Bear. So, Velocity... I have won a golden cap where I lost mid and ended up on my own last. So, it's still in Velocity's hands.
Oh, 100%.
They
Especially
could
with
push
this
out,
ad.
too.
Wait. Marmalade, you better be checking off classes. There's no way he's going to... In this situation... Okay, good. So, again... Ascent has a spy, or not a spy, a full-time Pyro right now. Velocity has ad. They're showing so much... Okay, that's just unfortunate for Shamu to just die there. But again, Pyro's not very versatile yet in sixes. His flamethrower got a buff. The jetpack was very overhyped, personally. There's not a lot of extra movement for the Pyro. He has to be played as a combo role, unless... you're playing on some close quarters map where you're able to run as a flank. Badlands at times, like on last, is a great position for a Pyro. It looks like they might try and just W plus M1, Melo right through the left flank. I don't know, Marcius. I've never seen a Pyro in top invite in a golden cap situation like this before.
Oh, sir, I have. So, this is Mela. Now, we've got a Pyro. We're ready to push last. He's actually going to hang back. Now, what you want to do here is you want to get as much of velocity as possible down on the floor, but they're not going to do that. They don't even pop Uber. I don't know why they used a scout. Again, I don't know why they used a scout to push in there. It's just not scary enough. And they're going to end up at Uber disadvantage now, and it's all on velocity.
Yeah, I mean, the Pyro is going to instantly, which I thought was going to happen in an Uber versus Uber, but Nursey's still going to have this out here. Knuckles is going to fall, or Patty's going to fall rather to Patty. Shamu trying to find Badonsky, going to get arrowed. The 2 players falling for velocity, but Marmalu able to clean up beyond the big factor for Ascent right now. Ascent showstopper in right now, gonna get caught out by Jarrett. A lot of cap time. They're finally gonna cap Spire. Badonski's gonna fall to Knuckles, and this is great performance from the boys over at Velocity right now, Marxist.
Well, the scary thing is Velocity's really pushed up here. They maybe want to try to take Nursey now, but the Uber's gonna come out. it is catastrophic if anything happens to Bear or Jarrett. But it looks like they're going to be able to get out. They've now sucked the Uber out of Ascent, and they're coming back over onto the Spire. There's some fighting going around, but not really a ton, and that puts the ball back in Bear's hands. Again, like I said, if you think you're swole, you're going to push through this house. Kryptonite is there right now, ready to take the Uber. And they go, no, he's going to get dropped. And now it's just a scout. Marmalou is there to try to do it, but this is a leapfrog. If the Yomp sniper kills anybody, it's a disaster. There we go. Shamu's going to suck him out of the game. But the pushback comes in now. Kryptonite's going to die. Marmalou, rather. Jarrett as well. Nursey falls, though, to Shamu, the hero, all night long for Velocity.
1v1. Mela versus Kryptonite here. Add 5. Scout versus Soldier on Spire. Mela now sees his enemy coming through the choke right now, Marxist. Does Mela want to take this? It looks like he's a little nervous at Kryptonite. He's going to back it up, though, because the spawners from Velocity are coming real fast here. But unfortunately, I mean, with Shamu, man, he just made some crazy play. But everyone else died on Velocity, man. But again, Ascent trying to fight this. They're not giving it to them for free here. Yomp's already edging up on the Spire. Kryptonite already half HP, though. Not a lot of health for the soldiers here on Velocity here. They need to figure out a way to try and get closer to Velocity and close the distance right now. Showstopper and Yomps in-house. Shamu gonna find Mela. Marmalou gonna find Showstopper as well. They have to back up here. Badonsky trying to lock down as many chokes as possible. Patty gonna find Shamu. That's not a good play. And then just like that, it's already ended up in numbers, except for Jared finding a kill on the Patty. 4v3 here, and Velocity's just now gonna finish up the cap. But again, Nursey has Zuber right here, but they don't have they don't have a Mela or a Patty ready to take this Uber.
Yeah, and Bear's gonna hang out here and get Uber as well. Jarrett is a scary enough choke spammer to scare them away, and especially in a golden cap as Ascent, that's a big risk to just Uber in anyways.
Timeout real quick. Hit tab. Look at the
I see what's going on. Nuck actually gets seen. He takes multiple spam rockets and no one notices.
They don't know. No, they actually don't know. 100%. They don't know. Knuckles thinks they know, but they really don't know. So he thinks they know, so he thinks he needs to swap up. But that's actually not true.
They think he's a spy.
They think he knows he's a spy.
So, yeah, Nuck is going to switch off. Unfortunate. I mean, in this scenario, the soldier bomb is the best call. Whoa! It's happening again. God, I would be so upset if I was Nursey. And he was all over Nursey he had 5 rockets again. He just missed all of them this time.
Marmalou. Here's the thing with I remember watching them MG, and actually it was really funny. Nursey was actually playing medic, and Marmalou was just constantly jumping Nursey, and Nursey was just surfing rockets. And there was one point where Marmalou hit like 8 air shots constantly in a row on stream. And Nursey actually probably respects Marmalou as a soldier so much. So when she gets jumped by Marmalou, milking the 20% Uber is actually a huge risk, especially if Marmalou is jumping you. I can tell for a fact that Nursey respects Marmalou more than any other soldier in anybody, probably, besides like Blaze.
I'd still drop the Uber there. And then when my team said, Marxist, why'd you drop the Uber on second? I'd say, you should have protected me, idiot. And then the team would die. But that's the role I would take. But man, Nursey is just not being protected that much from these Marmalou bombs, and that's scary because you can't. That already cost them a round, and here we are in the golden cap. It looks like they're gonna start to do something. Here we go, another bomb in onto Nursey. First rocket hits, second rocket. Nursey's gotta pop. So there we go. Nursey may not have died from that, but it would have been like a 5-6 health scenario.
So, Velocity is in a very scary situation right now. They're gonna wait for Marmalou, obviously. They're not gonna push without it. They need to push with 6 players. They need to take this inch by inch, or find a way to get onto Nursey and kill her immediately. Which, actually, they're kind of sneaking through Valley right now. Showstopper knows A lot of damage being taken from Kryptonite, but it doesn't really matter. They're gonna great little take there from Velocity. I like that. They're not questionable from the both players. Kryptonite opening a shutter and getting hit by like 200 damage with the Ziggy's Bear actually getting arrowed. Oh my god, he may have to force a super right now. Oh my god, he's just over with the flank. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Marmaloo in the house right now. Shamu has to win the 1v1 versus Giannis, which he does. This is disastrous for the Velocity boys. Unbelievable play from Showstopper to get that flank. And Marxist, that's a nail in the coffin with a back cap going out. We've seen this before, but it doesn't matter. They have too many players from Ascent, and that might be the nail in the coffin. They send so many players to stop that mid cap. Narcy is full Uber, barely at 5%. This is essentially full. Narcy taking this very carefully for any snipers or anything, and this could be the round here, Marxist.
Yeah, when you're pushing with Uber advantage, don't drop your team. That's the start and the end of it there. They're now at huge Uber disadvantage. It is looking bleak for Velocity. But Ascent have had trouble pushing last all night. So, I mean, it could be in here. Nuck is back on that Pyro. He has not done particularly well with it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. They lead in with the scout here. Nuck is doing all right so far. He's going to get taken out of the ground. The 7th player is going to die. And there's a Ascent player running around behind that is Yomps. Showstopper and Marmaloo are gonna die. Ascent is up in players. Stickies are still on the point. Oh no, Patty
That's it.
Around, shoots the wall, kills 2 players. And here we go, Sandblast.
That's it. Ascent finally, after 1 hour and 28 minutes of Team Fortress 2, Ascent is able to pull it through for the boys. And Velocity, man, outstanding show from them. They played so amazing tonight. They had a couple hiccups pushing into Ascent's last, which could have ended up making them win the game. But an unfortunate drop there from Bear and Choke getting flanked by Showstopper was the momentum change and the nail in the coffin for them. And Showstopper was able to pull through. That's a new show right there coming through, man. High impact plays. That's what we like to see out of roamers in this game. But it's not about the stat line you put up, it's about how much impact you put into the game. And Showstopper at that instant where it all mattered, where they put all their marbles together. The Showstopper, man, the timing was so perfect. Bear actually got hit with an arrow, took spam. Like, it all started on Spire when Knuckles and Crypt insta died. I don't know how Knuckles died. I know how Crypt died. Crypt opened a shutter and took like 200 damage, and Patty hit him with 1 rocket. That's how Kryptonite died. I don't know what Knuckles did to die. It happened so quick that either way, Knuckles or Crypt could have went for something there, and it wouldn't matter if either player died because Bear had full Uberad pretty much. But at that point where both those players died, one on the flank and one on the combo, it's not going to be good, especially for the repush. And when Showstopper got behind, and again, they're down a flank player. Marmaloo's by himself. He probably had to go get ammo or health kit. He can't watch 24/7 while Knuckles is dead. Showstopper had the best timing, unintentionally or intentionally, went behind while Bear took all that spam, leaving Choke, and dropped the Uber. That's nothing like, oh man, that's crazy, man.
This is my. I wish I could draw a picture right now. Let's picture a young Showstopper. He's bottom fragging in the server right now. All right, that's not a reflection on. I'm not saying Showstopper's bad. That's the reality of the fact. However, Showstopper is playing roamer.
Yeah.
Showstopper goes to flank. That's the roamer. Step 1 of playing roamer is get on the flank. Okay, if you are playing roamer, every roamer in the game. Step 1, I have spawned, get on the flank. Step 2 is he goes, oh my god, 2 players have died on the other team. That means you can flank more, because if you die, it doesn't matter. They're 2 down already. So he goes for the biggest flank he can. He's right behind the enemy med. Bam, game over.
Yeah, like I said before, I don't know how either player, like I assume one of them went to try and like go for a play, like Kryptonite trying to open the shutter, like Knuckles trying to get behind or something. But still a great play from every single player on the server. I wasn't expecting the Mela scout to pull through and do extremely well versus especially some players on Velocity. But Mela played extremely well. He did his role. He was able to play the beam and did an extremely great job. But again, the Velocity flank and the Ascent flank, they were both at it with each other, just cut through, constantly making plays for each other. And they were able to Ascent though was able to just edge it out just with that one play from Showstopper. Was able to edge it out though. I don't know, Marxist.
Yeah,
I mean, we can take a
was
look
a
at the
great
stats
match.
though.
It was good. It's a slower game. The stat line will tell you that. There were pauses as well, but there has never been a bad golden cap. That was great. You probably heard me get more excited tonight than I have in the past. It just
Yeah, it was a close game.
This is what TF2 is meant to be.
I mean, it was still amazing play from every player. Yomps though was definitely the man of the night though, 58 and 30. He made so many plays though. I mean, just like Marmal and Knuckles though, they had a really great play on Spire to get constant back caps. I don't even know how that's even allowed to I get because they did find a kill and they would just literally just pull back and just get a double back cap, which is awesome to see. That's great cohesion from the flank there to able to make that happen. But unfortunately, they weren't able to close off any rounds on that momentum that they were able to get. But I think Kryptonite dropping, I think he lagged out at one point and they didn't have him in a certain push. But either way, though, Marxist, this was probably the greatest match of the season so far, in my opinion. Was this the first golden cap of the season, by the way? That's been reported on TFTV?
Yeah, as far as I know, it is. I'm just gonna peruse the stats here really quick. Yeah. Actually, thing to bring up: a lot of soldier players get down about how many deaths they had.
Yeah.
Look at Patty. All right, 47 and 46.
Wait, Jesus Christ! I just noticed that.
Look at that. He died the most in the server and still got quite a number. He got one more frag than he did deaths.
Yeah.
The old phrase back in the day, Sandblast, was if you aren't dying, you aren't trying.
I knew you were gonna say that too.
and Patty tried really hard throughout this whole match.
Patty put that work in there. I remember this one time on mid, he 1v2'd 2 people with his shotgun. It was just the plays that him and Yomps were able to pull through. They had crazy playmakings that entire match. But again, you got to give props to the Velocity. They played fantastic tonight. Every single player in the server did amazing. But Yomps though put in the extra work there than every other player in the server. That's just a given fact.
Yeah. To use it's mainly on gaming, but for basketball as well. Yomps had clutch plays. Is when Yomps would go off, it was at pivotal moments, and that's. If you have a player on your team who can do that when the storm clouds are in and it looks like we're about to lose, and then Yomps drops bearer and kills 2 other people as well, that's a great feeling.
Yeah, but anyway, I think after being here for an hour and a half, pretty much with pauses and all, I think that's a good note to end it on. Again, great work to Ascent for scraping it through and just now pulling through, getting that last round, able to finally pull it through. Shout out to Yomps for, again, pretty much the man of the night for Ascent and the entire server, but also great work to Velocity. Put in an amazing match tonight. Really played fantastic. Every single player pretty much did their role and made up great plays for the team. Well, and any last words, Marxist?
Nope, I'm content.
All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the match. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week. What is next week? Week 9, I think. Week 8. I don't remember.
Well, it's like the hodgepodge week because you've got catch-up matches and Thanksgiving. True. And
so hopefully maybe we got a pre-Thanksgiving match. Maybe we'll see a match or 2 on Monday or Tuesday before Thanksgiving. But anyway, hopefully we brought you guys a good show tonight. It was a long one, but we ended up pulling through it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the match though. So thank you for casting with me tonight, Marxist. It was a great match and great casting. I hope you have a good night and everyone else on TFTV as well.